Hello, hello, and welcome to Leading Up, where we talk about how you lead in business and in life, regain control of what you want to see happening with your team, with your life, and all the way to your future. Today, we're going to talk about something very, very important. Our topic today is the power of gratitude. According to recent research by the American Psychological Association, 93% of people report that they would work harder and try harder and make more effort if their leader was more grateful when they did that. We are here to move the needle today because every survey, every research points out at the importance of gratitude, but when the team members are actually asked how grateful their leader is, there is a huge discrepancy. This is an important topic. This is directly related to your success and your team's success. We are here to give you some very important information. This is Leading Up. So let's talk about gratitude. Why are we not more grateful to the people around us? So many times I talk to people and people say, I really should be more grateful to my spouse for all the wonderful things that they're doing. I really should go home and tell him or her how happy I am, how grateful I am that they do all those amazing things. And then I talk to leaders and they say, I really need to be more grateful to my team. Where is the problem with being more grateful? Why do we have such a hard time having a gratitude attitude? So here's how it works in your brain. Your brain has something that is called the negativity bias. And the negativity bias basically means that instead of thinking about all the wonderful things that people are doing and being grateful to them, your brain shifts towards what is wrong, all the mistakes that they make, everything they do that you don't like. That has direct impact on how they feel and on how you feel. The reason why your brain focuses so much on the negative, the reason why you have the negativity bias, just like anyone else, is in the evolution of the human brain. So back to prehistoric times, the brain is very geared towards focusing on negativity because of survival purposes. Why would you focus on something beautiful and nice when you have looming danger from some kind of prehistoric animal? And so for that reason, your brain is very geared for survival purposes to the negative. But what worked in prehistoric times for survival purposes actually defeats the purpose when it comes to building great relationships that are centered around mutual gratitude today. And that has to do with your relationship with your spouse. It has to do with your relationship with your kids. It has to do with your relationship with different family members, community members, and with the people that you work with, the people that you need for your success. A lot of times I ask different leaders that I work with to give me examples of words of gratitude that they said to people around them the week before. And it's really hard for a lot of people to come up with examples. They all scratch their head trying to come up with an example of the last time they actually expressed gratitude to someone. It's not so hard to find things to be grateful for. It's just a matter of being mindful of it. So what I want you to do is to imagine to yourself as if you have a big flashlight and you're walking around looking for things that are great, things that are good. Your brain tends to dismiss those things. You take them for granted. There are so many people in your life, in your family, in your personal life, people that are very important to you and people that are very important to you in your team that you kind of take for granted. You take them for granted. You take the things that they do for granted, and you constantly focus on the things that they do wrong. I can't think of anything that is more demotivating than that, because if you constantly tell me everything that I do wrong, why would I want to do things that are right if they're discounted and you don't give me any attention for that? Having a gratitude attitude is a total game changer, because having a gratitude attitude means that you appreciate the good things that you are doing and you are giving those people the attention in the form of gratitude that they deserve. I have a quick question for you. Do you like money? Watch this. Did you know that every time you give someone a genuine compliment, you trigger the same area in their brain as receiving cash? That means that every day in business and life, you start your day with a stack of $100 bills to just give out to people. You can just give them out, and nothing will be lacking in your checking account. We are surrounded by negativity. We correct each other all the time. We correct our kids, and we correct our spouses, and we correct our team members for everything they do wrong. But when someone does something good, when I say genuine compliment, it's not, Michelle, we like your shirt. That's not what it's about. That's a nickel. A genuine compliment is to tell someone, listen, I noticed this about you, and it's outstanding. Find something with your client. Find something with your team member. And boom. And the same way that I would be the most popular lady in the room standing there giving stacks of cash to people, you would become very popular with them because everybody else corrects them, but you're the person that sees their greatness. See, they want to feel their greatness too. And that's a huge relationship builder. That's certainly something to think about. So, here's what you need to do right now. Every day, put a reminder on your calendar, on your phone, on your watch, whatever it is, to give people around you 5 genuine compliments, words of appreciation for something good they did that day. Because everyone else around you constantly focuses on what they do wrong, you may be the only person in someone's day that thanked them for something good that they did. And it feels so good. At that moment, it's a win-win. You know why it's a win-win? Because dopamine is released in their brain because they feel good about themselves, they feel recognized, they feel seen. And also, dopamine is released in your brain because you know that you did something good. And that exchange of you thanking them also sets the tone for, in the future, them appreciating you and thanking you. You as the leader of your family, the leader of your relationships, the leader of your community, the leader of your team, set the tone for appreciating the good. And it starts with you. It starts at the top. It starts with the leader. Train yourself. Set reminders for yourself to thank several people every day. I promise you that if they have to choose who to make an effort for, who do you think they'll make an effort for? All those other people around them that tell them everything they do wrong, or you, the person that leads with gratitude, the person that remembers to never take anyone for granted and to lead with gratitude and say thank you for the wonderful things that they are doing. Let's talk about leading with gratitude. I have some great questions here about that topic. Here's a great question here. Hi, Dr. Michelle. My team has been really letting me down recently. Deadlines are missed. Work quality is down. I tried talking to them about it several times, but it didn't work. I'm not sure what to do. Do you have any advice on that? So when I listen to that question, I hear a lot of negativity. This is not happening, and that is not happening, and this is not happening. And so I'm reading your question and I wonder to myself, what is working? What is happening? What are the things that they are doing that are good? Because the more you give attention, the more you highlight what is happening that is good, the more you can build on that for more and more and more things happening. So 2 questions you should ask yourself. Number 1, what is going right? I'm sure there's something that is going right. And number 2, if there are so many things that are happening that don't work, what can you do as the leader in order to help your team instead of just talking to them about them needing to make a change? Are the deadlines too close? Are you clear enough in what you expect? Lead with gratitude and lead with clarity in order to help them succeed. Another question I got here, dear Dr. Michelle, I'm really trying to have a gratitude attitude, but I've got to tell you, it's hard. I know, it is. Why is it so hard, and how can I actually have a gratitude attitude? So having a gratitude attitude is hard because your mind automatically, on autopilot, is geared towards the negative. And so you need to do some work with yourself in order to train your mind to have a gratitude attitude. It's not enough to just sing it, or say it once a year on Thanksgiving and think that that's going to do the trick. It's not going to do the trick. You are working against your own brain. Your brain wants to keep you wired towards the negative because that's the automatic default of the brain. That's the negativity bias. But you can train your brain every day to focus on good things that people are doing, to focus on good things that are happening in your life. And if you need to set reminders, you're going to do that. And if you need to meditate or repeat positivity mantras to yourself, you're going to do that over and over and over again in order to focus on the good. The more you do that, the more grateful you're going to be, and the more you are going to actually train your brain to have a gratitude attitude. This is an email that I got recently. It says, "Hi, Dr. Michelle. Here's a question I have for you. I heard you talking at my company event about leading with gratitude. What are you grateful for?" That's a great question. I'm actually grateful for everything in my life. I personally don't take anything for granted. I don't feel that life owes me anything. I don't feel that people owe me anything. And I'm grateful for anybody that supports me. I'm grateful for anything good that happens to me. I'm grateful to just be. So if you have a sense of expecting things to happen and then getting disappointed, I can share from my experience that I have no expectations. I am thankful for everything that I have, and I remind that to myself every day. So glad you were here with us on this episode of Leading Up, talking about having a gratitude attitude and leading with gratitude. One of the most important shifts in leadership that happened recently is the shift from a matrix-centered leadership to a leadership that is very much centered around people's skills. And a big part of that is your mind shift as a leader, not to just focus on matrix, but to focus on your people skills, focus on leading with gratitude and appreciating the good things that your team are doing, appreciate your spouse for the good things that they're doing, appreciate anyone around you, anyone that supports you, anyone that does the right thing in the most active way. Just say thank you. So glad you were here with me today. This is Leading Up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell to keep up with all the new videos. Also, click on the link to watch another video.